Nutrition before training is crucial to our performance because what we eat before training has a direct impact on the results we can achieve. And also, eating before a workout affects our recovery. And if we come in hungry or eat the wrong thing, our strength in training will be reduced and our performance will drop. And in the worst situations, we can simply have a catabolic workout. So what's the proper way to eat before doing sports? There are certain nuances in these cases that you need to know about. So make sure to watch the video to the end, because in this video, we're covering all of that. Let's get started. By the way, subscribe to our channel, click on the bell, and don't miss out on our new videos. So first question, is it okay to eat before we work out? Mistake one is not to eat before a workout at all, which means working out on an empty stomach. Okay, that can be understood if we're burning fat. That's a common tactic. For example, in the morning, even before breakfast, we go for a jog. But it needs to be understood that here we're not training for results in terms of strength and endurance. This approach is good in this case. And if you want to increase strength or endurance, you should eat well before training. It's been proven many times in research that if we undereat before a workout, we'll have a drop in performance. We'll lift lower weights for fewer reps, and our overall sense of vigor suffers too. That's why going into a workout hungry is wrong. The other mistake is to overeat before a workout. We're well aware we have sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, and they're antagonistic or opposite to each other. The sympathetic system is a system of nervous and physical tension and excitement. We're either fighting for survival, running away from a predator in the wild, or already, based on our urban context, working out at the gym and lifting weights. And when the body enters a sympathetic state, blood flows from the digestive system to the muscles. We become stronger and more enduring, and hormones like adrenaline are released into our blood. So the body transfers all its resources from nutrition to our movements. And the opposite of that system is the parasympathetic nervous system. It's a relaxation and recovery system. That is when we're not going anywhere, not worrying about anything, just relaxing and digesting food. In the parasympathetic system state, all the body resources are switched from muscle to digestion. If we overeat before a workout, our performance will noticeably drop because our body has a problem. Where does it need to be directed? To the stomach or the muscles? As a result, we'll both digest the food poorly and have a poor workout. All of our food is broken down into the main macronutrients: protein, fat, and carbohydrates. During our workouts, we'll primarily use up glycogen, which is stored in the muscles or the liver. The main recommendation for eating before training is to include complex carbohydrates. It's recommended to limit sugar and simple carbohydrates. That is, less sweet and more whole grain porridge, whether it is, for example, oatmeal. The more complex and slower the carbs, the better. There's another trick to make a slow carbohydrate even slower. That is, to reduce the glycemic index and add fiber to our meals. Fiber is very good for the gut, and it also slows the breakdown of our breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Where's fiber found? In any fibrous plant food. The first thing that comes to mind is cabbage. There's a lot of fiber in cauliflower, and in carrots there's a lot of it, and in legumes, and many other places. The next component is proteins. It's especially important to eat a protein-rich meal about 2 hours before working out. Because it's been proven many times that if we consume an adequate amount of protein before training, it reduces catabolic processes. Sports science is well aware of the post-workout protein window. In the process of training, we do damage to our muscular system and the body enters a catabolic phase when we're training. However, studies have shown that if we take a good dose of protein 2 hours before training, we reduce these catabolic processes to a large extent. The next component is fats. And here, it's recommended to eat less fat before training. And the whole point is that fats slow down the digestive processes too much. And what should be eaten before training? It should be complex carbohydrates. In this case, we add a source of protein. For example, a chicken breast. It can be eggs with an emphasis on egg whites rather than yolks because the whites are pure protein and the yolks are already quite high in fat. But up to 1 yolk can be eaten. Also, a very good and healthy source of protein, for example, is fish or cottage cheese. Although casein, the same milk protein in terms of gaining muscle mass, is not the most effective type of protein. Therefore, it's better to give preference to white meat and fish. And we add a small amount of fats. We can eat a small pinch of nuts, for example. If we eat meat, it's better to choose lean meat. If it's a fatty piece of beef, we need to understand that such savory pieces of red meat in our stomach can lie there for up to 7 hours. In no case is it recommended to eat fast food, high-fat, fried food before training. It's also recommended not to consume various sausages, any food with fatty sauces, mayonnaise, as well as puff pastries. How many minutes should I eat before training? Everything's pretty much individualized here. It depends on your metabolic rate and what kind of food you eat. In general, you should eat at least 1 hour before your workout and no more than 2 hours before. That is, 1 to 2 hours before the workout, we have a meal. But you need to be very well guided by your personal experiences and your feelings. We should go to the workout with a good feeling in our stomach area. There shouldn't be a feeling of fullness, there shouldn't be gas or bubbling, but there shouldn't be a feeling of rumbling and hunger there either. Remember that the amount of protein you consume before training needs to be adequate, about 20 to 40 grams of protein, or 1 ounce. The portion of carbs is also individual. Everyone's got different appetites, but about twice as much protein, that is 40 to 80 grams or 2 to 3 ounces. And fats need to be eaten less, no more than 10% of our pre-workout meal. And preference needs to be given to vegetable fats, which are digested better. So it's better to eat a little bit of nuts than a fatty beefsteak. Also, one caveat needs to be made about fiber. I once said to lower the glycemic index, you need to add fiber. But in some cases, fiber is contraindicated or you need to limit it. And those are the cases where you feel excessive gas. If we eat beans for breakfast and feel gurgling and discomfort down there, then we shouldn't be eating beans before we train. Dairy products can also cause trouble. Not everyone digests them well. Yes, it is a source of protein. However, some of us have lactose intolerance. And if you've taken something dairy before a workout to fulfill your protein, but you feel indigestion there, then you shouldn't be taking dairy in that situation. Post in the comments, how do you eat before a workout? What do you eat? Share, we're interested to see what you have to say. And now we highly recommend you watch our other video, where we talk about what happens if you eat protein every day. The link to that video just showed up on your screen and it's also in the description, and also pinned in the top comment. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the video about protein.